Legs Saturday. Yeah. Dude, I was gonna do legs. I already hit the gym today. I went earlier, but I did triceps.
You still over at Spotify?
No, it got too crowded for me.
I got you. It gets insane.
I was like, too crowded. I'm gonna switch over to anytime. Now I go at anytime. But what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Once a Project Podcast, brought to you by your host, Brandon. Joining me is my lovely co-host,
Jackie.
And joining us is a very special guest, a guy who I believe has a pretty cool story, dude. And I'll tell you why. But first, before I tell you how I know your story or a little bit about your story, present yourself, bro.
My name's Buddie Barrett, and yeah, I'm a tire and alignment guy out in Rexburg, and just love the gym life, love being in shape. I used to be a little bit bigger,
Yeah. So that's how now that you mentioned that, that's how I kind of came around. A friend of ours has a picture of you in his gym.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, we were training and whatnot, and he was telling me about your story, how you used to be, I forgot how many pounds, but I know you're big, and how like you just out of nowhere just came in and started cutting weight.
I believe I got up like 246.
246. Dang.
But I wasn't working out, so it was just straight
fat.
Like you could tell I didn't work out.
Dang. So. Could you turn on my volume a little bit more? So you were 246 pounds, straight fat. I'm curious, right? Because I'm reading a book right now called Can't Hurt Me, right? By David Goggins. Have you read it or heard of it? I haven't. Great book. And I've read other books, and I've talked to a good amount of people where, to me, it's interesting when the switch of the flip, or how do you say it? Yeah. When they flip the switch, basically. When a person flips the switch and says, you know what, I'm done being heavy, I'm going to get into shape. And it's curious to me because I've been through it myself where I'm like, man, I look like shit. Like, I look fat, you know?
Yeah.
And then I start my diet and start getting back into it. But for me, for other people, it's interesting. So for you, bro, what was it? What made you say, hey, you know what? I'm going to flip the switch. I'm going to get in shape.
Okay, actually, I was at work one day, and someone from Roberts came in that I grew up with, like a little bit older guy. He came in, and he's like, he saw me, and he said, it looks like you ate. He said, damn, bro, it looks like you ate the whole damn horse.
Damn, that's fucked up.
And I like laughed it off, but it made me think about it. He's like, it was like, you're right.
Right. Yeah, and it's interesting, right? Because it, like the culture now, you know, of people, you know, with certain ideologies say, oh, health is this. You know, health is political now. Health is you should be whatever, and body shaming is not good, and this and that, right?
Yeah.
But I think you can agree with me in that sometimes you need to hear that in order to kind of get your ass
to get motivated.
Yeah, get your ass, you know, some fire under your ass.
Because believe it or not, being that big I could feel that I wasn't healthy, so it can't be.
Right, and you know what's shitty too? I'm sure it happened to you, but for me, I never got super big, bro, but I got big for my stature. I think the biggest I got was 171 or 172. And I'm 5'3" and a quarter on a good day, you know? I'm not 5'3" and a quarter, 5'4" and a quarter, I should say, on a good day. So, like...
With good shoes on?
Yeah, with, you know, some boots on. Yeah. And, but I could feel like I would shrug down, and, dude, I was out of breath. I was like, damn.
Oh, yeah, or even walking up some stairs, or your stairs outside.
Yeah, like, it was like, you could tell, right? But people say, oh, everyone should this and that, and it's like, okay, cool, right? But at some point, there is some truth to being fit in some type of way, right?
Yeah.
So how did you start your journey of this buddy comes in, you know, tells you ate the whole damn horse, which is like, damn, that's a lot to take in. How was it, like that same day that you're like, you know what, I'm going to change, or was it the next couple days?
It was the next couple. I think it didn't start till like a week later. Because I had a lot going on too, like being bigger. Like every night, I was drinking probably 4 1 liters of Pepsi a day.
Holy shit!
on top of everything else. So like I would go to bed and like get acid reflux every night. It's like just a crappy feeling. So all that combined with his statement was like the over the top, like, okay, it's time. And at the time, like my work offers a free gym. I just didn't take advantage of it. Everything's free.
Okay.
So I just started slowly. I started hitting it at lunch. Like that's just how it started, and then made it so like every day I would hit it. So if I didn't hit it, like I'd guilt myself into like being upset that I didn't hit it. Like I would have like a lot of anxiety and guilt about not hitting the gym. So it became like just something I had to do every day.
Was you being big? How long have you been married for?
This one's just almost a year, but I was married before.
Were you married when you were kind of flipping the switch?
Yeah.
What was if you don't mind me asking, what was the relationship like when that flip switch came in? Was it like supportive in the sense of like, yeah, go lose weight, or was it like
a little bit? But the problem with that, like, it's her stepdad used to work out, and every time they did, like the mom had a problem with it because she thought, hey, you're only working out to impress other ladies.
Right. So she kind of grew up with that.
They put that in her head, like
interesting.
Immediately.
Yeah.
So
that would make sense. Yeah, I ask because sometimes, like you said, there's partners, right, who are supportive and like, hey, go work out, and there's partners who are like, no, like let's go get pizza instead.
Yeah.
And that's a tricky situation, I feel like, with your partner always to be in, because on one side it's like I have personal guilt, and on the other side you're like, well, I don't want to.
Yeah, and you almost have to, like, if you got kids and everything and a wife, like, you almost have to find time. Like, I like to find time where if they're sleeping and I'm at the gym, it's not as bad because they're asleep anyways.
Right.
But if they're awake and you could be hanging out with them, but you're not, you're at the gym instead, maybe not spending that time you should be with them.
Right.
I can see where that becomes a problem, so I try to make it a thing where I'm at the gym when I wouldn't be with the family anyways.
Yeah, and that's smart that you do that. I think a lot of people don't see it that way, because you're right. I think that if your kids are sleeping and you have the motivation to go and hit the gym, then you should.
Yeah.
Especially if you know that you have to.
Oh yeah.
But if you're doing it where you're taking time away from family, it's like, dang, like, are you being a little bit selfish? Right?
Exactly. That's the thoughts that go through your head. Like, should I be home, like, doing this or that?
Yeah. And it's funny because everyone, like, some people say, oh, I don't have enough time to go to the gym. I don't have, time to do this and that. But it's like, I think everyone can find time.
You can. It's the motivator to do it to begin with and then stick to it.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to, like, once you stop, it's so easy to not go back.
Dude, it happened to me, babe, when I was so when I bounced back right to the weight I lost, and then like I would go, and then I was like, I'll miss Sunday, and then it's like I'll go back on Monday, and I'm like, no, I'll miss Monday too, and I'll go Tuesday through Thursday or Tuesday through Friday or Saturday or something like that, but then those became 2-3 days, and then it's like a snowball effect, like,
oh yeah,
one day goes into 2 and then 3, and that's a struggle.
Well, my thing is I like to eat too, so if I miss the gym, I still eat whatever I want. So
that's the problem, right?
The pounds just pack on.
Yeah. What when you got into the gym and you started working out, how long was it before you saw some results?
The weight loss actually came quick. Like I lost the first 20 was quick.
Oh, wow.
But results as far as muscle, it took a little bit longer. Like when I met our friend that's the trainer, that's when I started seeing the muscle, and he's the one who got me pushed to go.
Yeah.
Like more, I don't know. When I met him, I was still drinking a little bit of pot and stuff. So like I was losing weight, but it wasn't serious yet. Like I wasn't serious about getting
Yeah, getting like shredded.
Shredded,
I guess, you know, like ripped. Yeah. And did you have that picture in your head of like how you wanted to look like when you started, or was it just like you know what, doesn't really matter how I look like in the next, you know, whatever time it takes.
I didn't really have the picture yet, but as I started getting results, as I started seeing a little bit of abs, that's when I was like, this.
Oh, shit.
Because the show, when I went to the show and stuff, that was the first time I ever had
Abs.
like abs. Growing up, I didn't have them. Like I wasn't big growing up. I was a small kid, but I never
Yeah.
had abs.
Wow.
So it was like, that's what I looked at myself and was like, that's incredible.
Yeah, because you push yourself to that limit.
Yeah.
And it takes a strong mindset, bro, to get to that point. I feel like.
It does, because towards the end, like the eating and stuff, you just got to battle hunger, which ain't real. Hunger ain't even real, because technically you can go.
You can go how many days without eating?
They say 30.
30 days without eating,
And
7 days
without water.
So, yeah. You know what? I never really thought about it that way. You're right. Yeah, hunger.
It's just mental. Like the one guy says, it's just an addiction. You're addicted to food. Like we've been trained to want food.
It's so easy too to get food now.
Yeah, so now it's an addiction to food, and your mind's telling you you're hungry when you're really not.
Yeah. What do you think what do you think it is that so when were you born? What year?
87.
87. Okay. I'm sure you've seen the pictures, or maybe you remember, but I was born in 2002, so I've seen pictures of like the 2000s, the 90s, you know, where people at the beach would be looking super fit, like females and guys.
Oh yeah.
Right? And then now you look at it 2023.
They have that picture of the New York one.
Yeah.
Where everyone on the streets skinny and stuff, and then they have the updated, and it's like
big.
flipped.
Yeah, it's like upside down, you know.
That's the fast food industry. That's what they say. But
what do you think it is? Do you think it's, you know, people sometimes blame it on mental health, or not? I wouldn't say blame it, but sometimes people say it's mental health or this and that. What do you think it
honestly,
takes?
you could blame the mental health on the food you're eating.
Right.
Because everything you eat affects your hormones and your balance and everything.
Yeah.
If you're eating healthy, you're obviously going to feel better. If you're eating junk, it tastes good at the time, but then half an hour later, you're like, I feel like garbage.
Yeah, and that happens. That's happened to me, and I've realized that, you know, every time that like, for example, bro, I would eat Panda Express.
Oh yeah.
At lunch, dude. I'm sure you had it before. I'm sure you've.
I eat it all the time, but
Yeah.
I just do it a little different now.
So, but I would get, dude, the bad chicken, all the sugary stuff, and anyways, I would eat it at lunch, dude. 30 minutes later, I'm like food coma, heavy, bloated.
Yeah.
And I couldn't move, and I'd be tired for the rest of the day. I'm like, damn. But it's because your body is working so hard to process that food. Meanwhile, whatever you eat for breakfast, like if you went to Jack in the Box for breakfast and got a freaking croissant or some shit like that, that's also not that good.
No.
So it's interesting how that works, isn't it?
It is. And I also, what do you think about how they say don't even eat breakfast, don't eat till like noon, fast till noon?
I've tried it.
Breakfast is a myth. That's what they say.
I've tried. So when was it? Was it yesterday? Yes, it was yesterday. I didn't eat breakfast. I didn't have coffee. All I had was water. And I didn't eat till 11. But I'll tell you what, dude. I could tell my stomach was hungry, right? Like I was craving food. And but I was more awake in a sense. Like I felt more awake, as if like and lighter, you know. Sometimes when you eat a really big breakfast, and I've ate a big healthy breakfast and a big non-healthy breakfast, but both, sometimes afterwards you feel just slow and heavier, right?
Oh yeah.
It takes a little bit. Your body takes a little bit less time to digest the healthy breakfast, but still, you still have the same. For me at least, I still have the same feeling. I feel bloated and heavier. So when I fasted till 11 and done that, to me it's been like more. I feel more awake, you know. But I don't know. I think it's personal preference. But what do you think?
It is, because some people love their breakfast. I actually, like 2 weeks ago, I fasted for 29 hours.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, and at first, because I have food and stuff at work, it's on my toolbox and stuff. So at first, that part was hard because
My toolbox.
it was, yeah, it was right there and I could see it. So it's almost like it's talking to you, like eating, you know. I made it,
That's
and
funny.
then when I finally did eat, I was working 2 jobs at the time. So when I got home, I'm like, I didn't need to eat. Like I wasn't hungry at that time. The
Right.
hunger feeling had gone away, but mentally I was like, you just should eat. So I just hurried up and ate and went to bed. But I didn't need to. Like at that point, nothing going on with my body was telling me to eat. It was just like a mental thing.
Yeah, you know what I've noticed too is that if I don't eat breakfast, my mind is more awake in the sense that I'm just more awake. I just feel more awake. I don't know. But if I don't eat, like let's say dinner at a certain time, like 6 p.m. or 5 p.m., between 5 and 7 p.m., dude. If I don't eat dinner around that time, I'll start to feel very like drowsy and tired. But I think that's just due to the fact that I'm a very active person. With working out once in the morning, and then coming home and then working in my job. I'm a painter, so I'm up and down the whole day nonstop, and then coming right home and working out again at the gym. Let's say, if I don't eat something.
Yeah, because your body's ready. It needs refueled at that point.
So, like, I've done that before where I don't eat, and dude, I just feel like shit, towards the end of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Get a headache and all that shit.
Well, I mean, you're getting, your food's where you're getting all your energy anyway, so.
Yeah. And I'm probably burning close to 1,000 calories just on pure movement.
From work and everything, yeah.
From work, exercise,
You do insides?
Yeah, insides and outsides. Outside's a little bit worse, too. I mean, the heat out there is intense.
That's what my brother does. He has his own business.
Oh, really? What's your brother's name?
JT Barrett.
JT Barrett.
So it'd be Barrett Painting.
Barrett Painting. Might have seen him before. Yeah. Dang. So how long was it before you started with our friend?
I probably worked out probably a year straight before I met him. I actually met him through my ex-wife. She worked with him. She's like, hey.
This guy does this now?
Yeah, this guy does this. This is before he was even
before what he is now.
What he is now. So, and he's like, he says, I'll work out with you. I met him. We clicked. Went to Spotify and Ammon for a while. And he's just like, hey, you could do this. Like, if you want, you could run a show. We could get your body looking pretty good.
Yeah.
So I took him serious. I quit pop. Like, I haven't had a pop since.
Wow.
So.
That's awesome.
Other than energy drinks, I have an addiction to those, but.
Oh, we'll talk about those in a bit, dude, because I do too. And actually, I have some Reigns over there too. I don't really drink them anymore, huh, babe? I don't really drink Reign anymore, and there's a specific reason why, but I'll give you one or two so you can take home.
All right.
Yeah, but they're not I know you like the thermal ones.
The Red Dragons?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll talk about that in a bit, but yeah, dude, I mean, that's awesome though. So a year after, and then how long was it till you performed?
It was probably 3 years after that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I actually got a job. I left my work that I do now. Like, I'm back there now, but I left and went to the gold mines in Nevada.
Oh, shit.
For a while. So, and then when I came back, I had to find a job. My ex-wife at the time got a job in Montpelier. So we moved, went over there for a while, and that's when everything kind of went downhill. But I came back, got a job back here, moved in with my parents, and just started hitting it with Vinny again. And he's like, let's do it. He's like, what do you think? He's like, I'll help you out, because I was a little bit broke. But he's like, I'll help you out if you're serious about it. So I was like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I got serious. So that was probably, it's probably from the day that I met him, probably about 3 years.
So in total, 4 years it took you to get down. What were you down at your lowest?
When I did the show, I was at 177.
Holy shit.
Wow.
You went from 246 to 177. Yeah. How many pounds is that? Like 80?
80, 70, yeah, something
Dang.
like that.
Close to 100 pounds, dude.
Yeah, and now I'm back to like 212, so.
But you're maintaining, right? You're not going to go.
Yeah, I kind of just eat what not the healthiest right now. I kind of eat what I want. Like if I want brownies or something, I get brownies.
Yeah, but you're also like but you also know like the road, you know.
Yeah, I know not to get carried away, like how easy it is to get to 240. Because
Yeah.
I've had like stuff happen where I'm off the gym for a week, and like that week I'll gain like 10 pounds of just straight food.
Yeah.
Food poundage. So
Yeah, it's happened, dude. I mean, it is. I think it's like one of those things. I think the gym. I think a lot of people have the misconception with the gym is like, okay, you have to be in there every day, you know. But
Yeah.
mistakes happen and life happens sometimes, and you miss the gym, you know, a week. Let's say. What's hard is missing a week and coming back, and I think that's where a lot of people stop. Like they just.
Well, yeah, because that 1 week you get so used to just not going,
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot harder to go back and like start that process over again.
Right, but if you been through the journey, I guess, of like losing weight, and you already know what that looks like, then you know damn well like, hey,
Well, yeah,
I missed a week, but I need to get back in there, you know.
yeah, because if you enjoy it, it's like that guilt comes in and it just tears you up. Like I
Yeah.
get guilty real bad about not hitting the gym.
Do you ever? I was gonna ask you with that. Do you ever? Do you think the gym helps you with like your mind, like your mental state of mind?
I do. Well, I know like when you're in there, say like 2 hours, however long you go, that hour, I know that hour at least you're mentally free.
Right, you're not worrying about anything else
Yeah,
aside from that.
you're just worried about getting a pump, or you're just worried about you in there.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's why it's so helpful because, dude, if you don't, like, you know the feeling of do you get grumpy when you don't hit the gym?
I can, yeah. Like my wife now is like, I'm like, I need to go hit the gym, and she's like, yeah, you do.
Hey, that's interesting how almost every wife that has a partner that hits the gym regularly and knows him pretty well, like they know, hey, dude, you need to go fucking work out. Like you're being a dick right now. like
go release some stress at the gym. Like get out of here.
yeah. And so, does she hit the gym? Does your wife hit the gym?
She doesn't.
Nice. Do you want to get her in?
That's all up to her. Like if she wants it, that'd be great. I wouldn't,
For it?
I'd be up for it. But
Yeah.
if she don't, she don't.
That's I think that's with that, dude. My perspective. You tell me what you think about this, but my perspective is like, instead of like nagging someone, hey, hit the gym, instead of nagging your partner, hey, come work out. I think you should just kind of like show by example and show through action. I think by them seeing maybe some type of results, maybe they can get motivated. You know.
Well, yeah, and she has questions. Like
Yeah.
her thing with the gym is like, she thinks everyone's like looking at her.
Right. Which is interesting, and I know Baby can talk about this. I think for females, I think a lot of that happens, you know? I think females feel a lot of the times that people are looking at them and it almost makes them uncomfortable.
Yeah, the insecurities, but you just gotta realize everyone in the gym somewhat feels that way, but you're also there because you don't like your body yourself.
Right.
So you have them same.
It's the same thing.
You have them same insecurities as
Yep.
everyone else in there. They're all there. They're not actually probably looking at you. They're
Yeah.
just worried about themselves, and we're all in there for the same reason. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
what you look like at that point.
I like what you say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember, Baby, when you first started to go to the gym, that's something that you were kind of struggling with.
Yeah, I think it was just in the beginning, just trying to get used to going.
And the
But-
fear, I think of it.
Well, yeah, and if you're new and you don't really know the machines, obviously you're going to think, hey, I don't even know if I'm doing this right. People are
Right.
looking at me and I might be doing it wrong. So I get that part because it's like some of the machines,
They're weird.
they're weird. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, and I like what you said just recently that everyone's in there kind of for almost the same reason. Like you don't like your body, and you want to get healthy or you want to whatever. But I think also that everyone in there looks at everyone regardless. You know, it's like you can't. It's not like you don't have your own gym to not look at anyone, right? Like,
Yeah, it's hard not. You're gonna see everyone. Like
yeah.
it's a small area. There's sometimes like Spotify at 6 p.m. Like there's 70 people in there.
Exactly. I mean,
Like,
where are you gonna look?
Yeah.
It's not like you're gonna look up at the ceiling and freaking, walk around looking like that.
But I don't know if the judgments happen as much as people might think they do.
And that's like I think the key with that is that
Yeah.
I think a lot of people may think that person's judging me, but in reality, I think that person is just probably like, I'm taking a rest.
Sometimes they're looking at someone and they're judging themselves based off of that person. Like,
Right. Like, oh, he has bigger biceps than me.
and so, yeah, sometimes that's a motivating factor, anyways, because you're like, I could look like that guy if I,
Yeah.
or vice versa. A woman could, like, I could look like her if I keep doing what I'm doing. So maybe
Yeah.
So it could be a motivational thing too. You just gotta get past that.
Yeah. I think it's perspective too,
Yeah.
because you can look at someone and, like you said, oh, he has bigger biceps. I admire that. I want to work out a little bit harder now.
Oh yeah.
Or like, dude, I've seen like girls squat like super heavy weight that I haven't squatted myself. I'm like, fuck, how do you do that? And I'm like, that's badass. Like,
Oh yeah.
You do you, I guess, but fucking I need to step up my game.
That's when you just quit. You just quit the gym then.
Yeah. Dude, like I've seen girls at Bodify, like sumo lift, fucking 3-4 plates. Oh, no. What's up, guys? Let's take a break from blasting your ear off. Now that I mentioned blasting your ear off, go check out Diamond Audio Engineering with our boy Leo. If you want customized beats, mixes, or audio in general, go check him out at diamondcut@gmail.com. That's his email. Or check him out on Instagram, FlaccoTVCKO. I'll spell that out for you guys. But yeah, go check him out if you need something for your podcast, music, or any type of audio engineering at Diamond Audio Engineering. Use code OAP for 15% off. Not maybe 4, but like between 2 and 3 plates. I'm like, God damn, I can barely even do 1.5,
There's a few around here that put up weight, and it's like, that's impressive.
Yeah. But they might look at that and be like, why is that guy staring at me?
Yeah,
But
true.
it's like, no, it's like, I'm admiring what you're doing. Like, it's all good,
You'll have a Joey Swole after you if you keep doing that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, damn, but yeah, that's crazy. So 4 years, isn't it interesting to you that with anything that someone does in life, whether it's building a business, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's family, starting a family, really anything, it takes almost about the same amount of time to kind of get the results that someone may look for.
Yeah, it's all, no matter what you're doing, like, you got to put in work. You can't be lazy about it. Like, you got to build it in a way.
Right.
Whether it be with your family, at work, gym, absolutely, you got to build it. You can't give up, because some days you're not going to be motivated to go. You're not going to be, you're just not going to want it. And those days, the ones they say you should go the most.
What do you think it is that for you that those days that you don't want to go to the gym that gets you in the gym?
Honestly, it's just that guilt, like, because I know I need it. Mm-hmm. So that guilt will eat at me if I don't go. Like, it's just.
Yeah.
And sometimes you go in there, like, not feeling it. And if you give it a chance, like, you start working out your buys or your chest and you start to see that pump, then it, like, turns everything around, because that feeling it's a different feeling, and it's, like, enjoyable. Like, it's good. You see yourself in the mirror, like, change from one person when you walked in to a totally different person almost. And
you're walking out hella pumped, and you're like, I'm ready to go to Walmart right now and
like,
show
hell
my
yeah.
pump. That makes sense. Yeah, because like, I've had the problem lately where I've been doing what we were talking about in the kitchen. I'm 25 days in.
Yeah.
So it's getting to the point where I'm like, damn, like, I'm exhausted, dude. I'm tired, and some days I want to rest, but I know I can't, because to get 25 days in, dude, and then like quit.
Yeah. You don't want to give up on something.
Yeah, it's hard, and I think that we share the same in the guilt that maybe in the moment it'll feel like good to quit, right? But then 2-3 days later, I'm gonna be like, fuck.
Yeah,
I should have kept going.
And then, like, if you do quit and you happen to have a cheat meal or something, because you're not cheating, right?
Nope, not at all.
You happen to have a cheat meal, you're going to eat that, it's going to taste good, and then a half an hour later, you can be laying there like, what have I done? Like, this feels like trash.
Exactly.
Especially where you haven't eaten it, that first cheat meal is gonna absolutely tear you up.
Yeah. What was it that dude? I had So we'll talk about energy drinks because I know you're a fucking fan of those, dude. So
Yeah.
right now I'm drinking a ton of, not a ton, but I'm drinking mostly Celsius, and what's that company called?
The one from yesterday?
Yeah,
Alani?
Alani. Have you heard of them?
I haven't Alani, but the Celsius I see
I
all the
think
time.
that's what it's.
I think it's what it's
Called.
called.
I thought you were gonna say like Prime or something.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck no.
That's sugary.
No, dude. Fuck. I try to stay away from. I know you just told me put sugar in this fucking coffee, but I try to stay away from sugar as far as like energy drinks or other things like that. But I had a Red Bull from Java, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot to ask for no sugar on the things, dude, and it just fucked me over, dude. Bad.
Oh yeah.
It was like a sugar crash, dude.
Red Bull's good at that.
Yeah, like it fucked me over bad, and I was like, yeah, I can't do this.
Those used to be my go-to, but it's like that got expensive because I get the 20 ounce and it's like
Holy shit.
It's like $5 a pop.
How many would you drink a day?
Just one of those. But
Just one?
That was still when I was doing 1 liters too. So it's like a Red Bull, 3 Pepsi. It's like
Fuck.
sometimes a 12-pack beer. You know?
Damn.
Sometimes.
So it's like this probably ain't the life you should be living.
Dang, dude! If you need to put that mic a little bit further, that's where you can, bro.
No, that's good.
I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable.
That's good.
But yeah, with energy drinks, dude, they fucking grab you and then they don't let you loosen.
No,
Where does your addiction start? Because it's an addiction, right? Would you say, or do you think it's
yeah,
just?
because I guess some days I think I need them. Like I'm feeling a little like low energy or something, so I think I need them. But there's some days it's like I'm fine, but just
The taste.
I want the taste of that drink.
Yeah.
And then I drink it in like 5 minutes. Like I don't even make it last.
Right.
So it's like,
You know what the worst is, dude? When you drink so many energy drinks like every week that it doesn't even make the effect of giving you energy anymore.
oh yeah, you don't quite feel it
Yeah, that's the worst. That's when I'm like, okay, I need to take a break at least a week.
unless you don't want to feel like it. Like I feel like if you have one too late, you always feel that one. Like when you're laying in bed, it's like I can't sleep now.
Yeah, you start thinking about shit. You're like, damn,
It's like,
yeah,
it's like that one always hits you hard.
yeah. But yeah, like last night, I try not to take any energy at all, like whether it's pre-workout, energy drinks, or really anything that has energy, caffeine in it
I gotcha.
after 7 p.m. because they'll fuck me over.
Oh yeah.
Then I won't sleep at night. I'll start thinking about fucking third world dimensions and
Everything,
shit like that. You know? But last night I had one. We went to the gym. I went to the gym at 7 and I had an Alani, dude. But I worked out hard. And then we went to Walmart, right? And got home at what, 9:30?
Mm-hmm.
And then I went on a walk, 45-minute walk. So I was like done, you know? And I worked out the caffeine that I
Oh yeah. You use that energy at least.
Yeah. So, and I did back day, and I did a pretty damn good back day. So I got it out of my system. But what do you think it was for you? How did you get hooked onto those?
The Reigns, I don't know. Like they were new, so
Yeah.
I was just trying them all. And at the time, they didn't have thermals yet, so the blue one was my favorite. But I worked in Nevada in the gold mines, so like I was doing 20 days on, 10 off.
Oh, damn.
And then them 20 on, you're like 14 hours by the time you get back to camp. So
Holy shit.
and they had a fridge you could go to in the morning that you could buy energy drinks, and the Reigns were in there, and that's where I started.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got bad. Like I'd drive home, so I'd get off work, and I wouldn't want to stay that extra day and then leave in the morning. So
Right.
like if I got off at 7 p.m., I would just load the truck,
Drive home.
buy like 4 Reigns, and then drive home back to Louisville.
How long was that drive?
I forget, it's like 9 hours or something, 8 hours.
Oh, shit. Then, yeah.
After you've worked all day, so it's like,
Yeah, 14-hour shift. You get off at 7.
yeah.
And you have to drive 9 hours still. Damn.
So I was just drinking Reigns at that time.
What?
Just stay awake.
What's the difference between the thermo and the regular Reign?
Thermal's just got they say it heats your core up, your insides, and makes you burn calories a little bit
Damn.
quicker. I don't know if that's true. It's just a gimmick, I think, but I still buy them. The Red Dragon's actually my favorite flavor. That's why I buy that one all the time.
What flavor is that? Like a cherry?
It almost tastes like a fruit punch a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, when I was
And there's 0 sugar, so.
yeah, that's why I like those, because there's 0 sugar. Like the Celsius, the Lonnie, the Reigns. Like I'll drink those because they have 0 sugar. But the Reigns, I stopped drinking them because they made me bloated. They would get me bloated,
I gotcha.
and I was like, I don't like this.
Especially if you're like eating a snack while you're having one.
Oh,
I do feel that. You get really bloated actually, but
yeah.
yeah.
I need to get maybe I need to try it without like.
Well, they got the new ones now, the Clean Energy Reigns. There's 4.
Right, those are good. I like those.
Yeah.
The kiwi one is pretty good.
I don't mind the grape either if you like grape flavored stuff, but
Yeah. What do you think? There's a big difference between the Clean Energy and the other one?
I don't even know what it means.
I don't
to be
know the
honest.
difference.
I mean,
yeah.
caffeine should be caffeine. I don't know where they're getting the clean caffeine from, but
Well, apparently, clean caffeine comes from green tea extract,
and where's the dirty caffeine come from?
from the taurine, which is what they inject in bulls to make their balls bigger and shit.
Well, then
Apparently,
I need to stay with the dirty then.
that's what I said too. Shit, if it's gonna make my balls bigger, dude, I'm fucking down for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with the Red Dragon then.
Yeah, I haven't tried the Red Dragon, and the reason why is because the thermal that word has always been like freaky to me, and I'll tell you why. When I was in high school, I was like 16 or 15, dude. I went to GNC, and
Yeah.
I wanted to lose weight.
And that's what they sold you.
Yeah, they sold me thermal pills or whatever the fuck they're called.
Oh yeah.
And dude, I would get so fucking shaky, and I only drink them for like 2-3 days, and I was shaky and shit, and I was like, I can't drink these.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
That's kind of how it is, honestly.
yeah.
Like I don't get shaky anymore because I've had way too many, but but yeah, that's what the thermals do. That's what them pills will do to you too. Doesn't mean they're working. I don't know, but something about them just
I just don't like the shaky feeling
messes you up.
or the lightheaded feeling. The lightheaded feeling fucks me over. I hate that shit.
Oh yeah, any of them fat pills, you get that lightheaded feeling.
Yeah, but people want, dude. If anyone could buy a pill that will make you go from 250 to fucking 170,
Oh, they would.
that would be the most sold drug in the world.
Oh yeah.
You know, like now there a lot of people were using this one pill that got pretty popular for people to lose weight, but then it was like diminishing their bone marrow and shit.
Is that
You know which I'm talking
is
about?
that the one they had for like pre-diabetics?
Yeah.
But then it turned into a fat loss thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called. Fuck
The
yeah.
metformin.
I forgot what the pill was called. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you're on the spot. But it was causing people to lose bone marrow and shit like that. And I was like, yeah, that's what happens. Instead, people don't want to hit the gym.
Yeah, you gotta take. Well, it's your own risk, I guess.
Yeah.
So, some people will take the risk, like it's not, and some people won't get that problem too. I guess everyone's different, but some might get that side effect, some might.
Yeah.
not, you know.
Have you ever taken anything, any type of stuff?
Just thermals for doing the show. I was on a little bit for that, just to cut a little bit, but I haven't done anything else like that.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. Would you ever get on TRT?
I'm actually on TRT.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
awesome. How does it, when you were off it to now that you're on it, is there a massive difference that you've noticed?
Oh yeah, I actually went into the doctor because I felt like garbage. Like my energy was low, everything was low. I just didn't feel like doing anything. I'd go home and just be like, I'm gonna sit here.
Right.
So I went into the doctor and my levels were like at 383 or something.
Holy shit, that's low.
Yeah.
Normally
so-
it should be what, like 1,000, right?
yeah, I think they say from 3 to 900, but I think they're saying you're good till up to like 1,400 naturally or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I went to go get my test checked when I was 17.
A little young.
Because I was like, I'm having fucking... I felt the same way you probably did. Not to the extreme, though, but I was like... I was always tired and fucking gloomy and shit and lethargic. And I was like, I think I need TRT in my life.
Yeah.
So I went, dude. And they're like, hey, your levels are perfectly fine. Like, you're normal
I was
for...
gonna say you should be peak level right there.
Yeah. And they're like, do you struggle with any, like, mental stress or, like, you know, anything mentally? I'm like, yeah, well, I go to therapy and shit. And they're like, that's probably why, dude. You're probably a little bit stressed.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, okay, that makes sense. But I want to get on TRT later on in life. Right now, I think I'm pretty
Yeah,
good.
as long as your numbers are good and you're not looking to do anything like build massive amounts of muscle or anything, just stick to your. No need to get on it.
Yeah. What's the biggest advantage of being on TRT?
Just energy and everything went up, and I feel like my strength gains went up for sure. Because, like I said, at the time I was like, I didn't even want to work. Even at work, it was like nothing was quick. It's like I was doing my job slower and everything. It just, I didn't feel good at all. And that's because I was at the bottom. So the biggest advantage is like, you feel like a man again, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that makes sense. How did your levels get so low?
They actually don't know. I'm sure
wow.
it was from the massive amounts of pop and crap.
Yeah, just
crap
the bad
I was
food.
eating. Back then wasn't even eating good at all. Nothing healthy, really.
Yeah.
I mean, meats, but nothing. Whatever I wanted, chips, crackers, didn't matter. I just ate. So
Fucking Oreos at 12 p.m.
I still do Oreos. I pour a whole bag into a bowl and put milk in it and eat it as cereal.
Oh God, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's interesting. I don't know if you've heard about this, but there's been studies recently that men's penis sizes have actually shrunken from what the average was a couple of years ago, or a couple of years ago, and they believe it's due to the fact of how much of the like the food has to do with it. You know, the bad food.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you've seen that video, but they say that's why Kellogg's was like, they were putting something in Kellogg's in the beginning, the cornflakes, because men were too, they were like wanting to jack off and stuff too much, and they didn't like it. So the Kellogg's has like.
So Kellogg's made a decision, was like, I don't want men to jack off, and here's.
He pretty much sold it. They say, like, I don't know the truth, that you'd have to fact check it, but they say that he's putting like estrogen in the Kellogg's, or the antibodies for estrogen. So men were getting more estrogen instead of, so their testosterone levels were dropping.
That would make sense why the damn boxes are so fruity.
Oh yeah.
You ever notice those boxes are hella like fruity, bro? Like hella like. I don't know. Like, dude, you don't look at that box and you don't think about the box. You don't look at the box and think, I'm a fucking alpha by eating Special K. No. You know? But, yeah, no, I don't know. Some of that might be true. I know that also, like, a lot of the people out here now, a lot of humans, I guess you could say, they're eating about, like, a credit card, about of plastic, about a credit card a year of plastic because of all the bad food that there's.
That's probably true. I could see that.
Yeah, and that's crazy, right?
Even in your water, like they say you get some out of your water and everything, so.
Yeah, I mean, the food industry's just fucked over. Like, you know, it's just fucked up. I know that with the corn, like, it's all artificial basically now. You know, it's not.
Well, all the stuff you put on your plants and your vegetables and everything, they're almost, some people are telling you not even to eat your vegetables anymore.
Yeah, like it's a lot of, like, they put a lot of, what's that, pesticides, yeah. You know, and you know who actually talks a lot about this? It's a politician, Robert F. Kennedy. He talks a lot about how much fucking just pesticides they put into the food and how
everything
it's bad, you know. And it's kind of sad. It kind of sucks, dude, because, like, if I'm trying to eat healthy to maintain my body, but the food that supposedly is healthy is not really that healthy, then it's like I'm fucking myself over.
Just gets harder and harder, and that's why you got so many people with mental health issues to begin with, because all that food's screwing with your hormones. Right. You're pretty much putting junk that changes everything in your body into your body.
Exactly.
And then you're wondering why, hey, mentally I'm not thinking straight, or I don't feel that great, or.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense, that point that you just made. Yeah, it's crazy how the food, because, like, Have you ever had like deer meat or elk?
Yeah, growing up, that was all we. It was either beef or. It was pretty much deer back then, but later on we got a lot of elk.
So I'm sure you can attest to this. That meat from elk or deer, it tastes 10 times better than the meat from chicken that you buy from Walmart.
Especially if you get like an elk that's been like eaten out of a hayfield or something.
Right.
It's just a little bit cleaner, and then like you take it to a butcher after you kill it, or you butcher it yourself, but you pretty much know your meat hasn't been handled by all these other properties,
Yeah.
Because like you go to the store and you buy meat, you don't know
where the fuck it
they
comes
say
from.
it's good, but you don't know where it came from. You don't know what's been done to it. You don't know how it's been touched or anything. So
How many days it's been there?
oh yeah,
How long it's traveled from one city to another state or whatever.
exactly.
Yeah, I want to get into elk hunting, and because I know have you elk hunted before?
Yeah.
Like, you do all that stuff.
Yeah.
I've never had the meat, but I'd love to try the meat one of these days. And I'm like, I want to go and like do elk or deer hunting, because I know one of those can provide meat for a whole year.
Yeah,
At
especially
least.
elk. Elk's a big animal. 7 to 8. You can get to 7 to 800 pounds.
Holy shit!
That's what they weigh.
Of
If
meat?
you I think if you kill like a 700 pound, it comes out to like 100 pounds of meat or something.
Still a good.
I
amount.
forget. I don't know the actual numbers, but it's a lot of meat. It should last you a year.
Yeah.
Depending on how much you're eating, I guess. But just 2 of you now, like I wouldn't see you going through that a lot.
What do you think about like feeding baby elk meat? Probably grow strong as fuck.
I mean, if they like it, yeah. That's the problem. Like, babies like what they like.
Babies like their Gerbers and fucking little star chips or whatever.
I guess if you don't start them on Gerbils, you just go to elk
Straight
meat.
elk meat.
Yeah, they ain't gonna know the difference at that point.
Right, because they don't even know what they're eating. They're just like, this is food, and my mom's
So if
giving
it
me
tastes
this.
good, they're gonna ask for it every time.
Imagine a little baby just eating a whole like half a pound of elk meat, or maybe not half a pound, like a quarter pound of elk meat.
Yeah,
That'd be crazy.
you just get them started early, have them jacked.
By the time he's like 10, he has fucking bigger
He's
muscles
on
than his dad.
Carnivore diet.
Yeah,
as
what
a
do you think about
baby.
that diet?
I don't know. Some people love it, and then you see some that, like that Tristan. I don't know that Tristan guy on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know his last name, but he was on it for like.
Is he like the short kid?
Yeah,
He's like,
he was on it for like 4 years, and he was just shredded always.
Yes, I know.
But he said he wasn't building any muscle, so now he's like changed it up. Now he's on an actual bulking diet, but
Right. Well, I think his case is different because I don't know his goal necessarily. Like I don't know what he's trying to accomplish.
yeah,
But I think like Joe. Do you listen to Joe Rogan?
yeah, sometimes.
So I think he's like the biggest advocate for a carnivore diet, as far as like he's the one who talks a lot about how much it helps him.
Yeah,
But with with him, he's like, I eat pure meat, but then I add some fruit to it. Some strawberries, some berries, things like
and
that.
they say so the meat and everything, you're pretty much staying away from any foods that are inflammatory. So like your joints ain't inflamed. So all that, if you have knee pain or elbow pain, joint pain,
Elk meat's the
same
way to
on the
go.
carnivore diet, they say that inflammation goes away, so you don't have as much pain or anything.
Oh, wow.
That's some of the benefits they say it has, but
And it cleans out your intestines.
I've just never tried it myself.
Yeah, I want to try it, but the problem is that it's hard to get, elk.
Yeah, unless you're going out and shooting your own, you can't.
Because they don't even sell elk meat, huh?
You'd probably have to find a private party, but you ain't gonna get it from any stores. No.
Yeah, no stores for sure. I mean,
No.
and if you do find it in stores, it's going to be expensive.
Oh,
Crazy
I'm sure.
expensive.
Yeah.
Because even like the organic chicken, dude, like one little freaking thing like this is $15-$20. And that'll last you, 2-3 days, depending on how many meals you do.
Yeah.
You do lunch and dinner.
If you're bulking, you're gonna eat that in one meal.
Exactly.
So
So it's expensive. It gets expensive. And I had a bodybuilder in here. Her name is Jess. Shout out to Jess Snively. I'm not sure if you know her.
I think I've heard of her and seen her on like Instagram and stuff, but that's about it.
Yeah. So she was talking about how, like, she's a bodybuilder, right? And she was telling me that, if I remember correctly, that to get prepped for a show that's, you know, from here to 9 months, right? And for everything, diet, supplements, all that stuff, it takes about 10 grand.
Yeah, it's the supplements part is expensive because you usually are buying for a month. So
Right.
each month you have like $300 or more in just supplements,
Alone.
vitamins, like just stuff that's going to keep your body
Yeah.
somewhat healthy while you're preparing for your show.
Yeah. And protein, dude, is like $50 now to
Yeah,
60
container for 30. Yeah, for
for
a
30
month,
days.
30 days.
Vitamins, if you get, I don't know what type of vitamins you take, but like the ones I take, I get them from Walmart, and those are $30.
Yeah, just milk thistle, all that stuff. It just adds up, and then you're like, damn, this is expensive. So that's like when they're like, you doing another show, if you're not financially ready, it's just not an option.
Right. And it's also like if you don't have the desire, like if you're doing it just because someone else is pushing you into it, or like you think you want to do it, then I don't think it's gonna go well.
No.
I think you have to have the desire to want to do it.
You gotta want it for sure, because it's gonna be easy to give up if you don't want it. Like if you're just doing it for someone else, you can give up easy.
Easy.
But if you want it and you love the change that's happening, then you'll stick to it. You'll stay disciplined to the plan.
Yeah. How much? What vitamin do you take?
Right now, I don't take any, honestly.
Come on, nothing.
No,
Not even your
zero.
multivitamins.
No.
What vitamins did you take?
Back then, it was like milk thistle. It was all that.
Yeah.
You could buy the vitamin pack. I forget what they called, but they had them all in it. There's like, but you're taking like, I swear, like 13 pills a day.
Oh fuck that.
That's just a lot.
I used to take. How many pills did I take when I was taking those other vitamins, the ones that helped you out with your migraines? Probably like 9, huh?
I think so.
I was taking.
Yeah, it was 7, I think.
So I was taking the
But you were taking
multivitamins.
extras.
I was taking vitamins that were like your vegetables, basically.
Yeah.
In a vitamin.
Your greens.
Yeah, your greens.
Yeah.
I was taking your minerals vitamins. So those 3. I was taking the fish oil,
Yeah.
joint relief. Fucking, what was the other one? Dude, I was taking a ton. And it felt good, you know, because I was like, yeah, I feel fucking healthy, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know this as much as I do. If you don't do shit, taking vitamins is not going to cure all your problems.
No. Sometimes it's a mindset. Like they help you, but also in your mind, you're like, yeah. Your like mind pushes it even higher.
Yeah, now I just take my krill oil, my krill fish oil. I don't even really know why that, you know.
Just
is
get your
good.
omegas.
Just omegas?
Yeah, your omega-3s.
Okay.
And I believe aminos, but
Krill oil is not used, it's not.
I mean, if I'm going to do them, like I just haven't bought any recently, but
Yeah.
that would be one. Like fish oil is always in there.
Yeah.
If you're running any, like even TRT and stuff, milk thistle just helps clean out the kidneys and stuff. So stuff like that. But
I should get that.
obviously your daily vitamins going to help, like your Flintstones for sure. So
Yeah, you're going.
then they taste good at least.
Yeah, you can chew on them.
I like them
Freaking
little, that back in the day when you're a kid, the little hard ones where
Oh,
you get
yeah.
like the actual character and it's like, oh, I'm
Oh,
eating.
yeah.
Yeah, those would be sick. Or the ones that had like little sugar on them, so
Oh,
they
yeah.
taste a little bit better. Dude, those were sick. I love those. I'd take those any day. Yeah, now I just take my multivitamins and the krill fish. The krill fish. But the one I want to get, have you heard of passion flower before?
No.
So passion flower, correct me if I'm wrong. You might have to look this up, babe. But I believe passion flower helps you create new pathways in your brain. So it helps you think.
More clearly, like
Yeah.
more.
Look that up. Fact check me on that real quick, because I might be wrong.
That's kind of like them mushrooms and stuff Joe Rogan talks about.
The
too,
alpha
then.
brain?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. I don't really know what's in alpha brain, but I know that they have mushroom. The fuck is it called? Something mushrooms. But I haven't tried it. I want to try them so bad though. I would love to see how they.
Yeah, see if it actually does what they say.
Yeah, because apparently
He's big on that too.
Yeah.
So
Let's see what.
It helps you with sleep problems.
Never mind. I was completely wrong.
Yeah, it's You're wrong.
Yeah, if you don't have insomnia, you don't want that.
Yeah, no. I heard, Andrew Huberman.
No.
I think this is more for women.
Really? Mm-hmm. Shit, I might have the wrong vitamin then.
You've had too much Kellogg's.
Oh, the good one, dude. Give me oh, shit, that's funny. No, what was I saying? Something about Andrew Huberman. He actually I'll pull it up. He was on the Joe Rogan show and he was talking about how he wants how he does like a cocktail at night to sleep that just gets him freaking going to like sleep. And his cocktail is these supplements. It's magnesium threonate, apigenin. You know which one that is, right?
Apigenin? I don't know what that is.
Apigenin is, let's see. What does apigenin do for sleep? Apigenin blinds the benzodiazepine receptors in the brain and triggers muscle relaxation and sedation.
Oh.
And can trigger muscle relaxation and sedation. Okay. I mean, it's reasonable, right? And then the magnesium threonate is improve symptoms of migraine, headaches, Alzheimer's disease, strokes, and to have a beneficial effect on subjective anxiety in subjects prone to mental stress.
Which that would help going to sleep because some people, a lot of their anxiety comes when they're trying to go to sleep.
Exactly. So that's his cocktail. He has another one that he adds on there if he just really, really wants to freaking,
A buzz, like some whiskey.
No. No, I forgot the other supplement, but I want to try that. But, sometimes I was like, man, maybe I'm too young to be trying all this shit,
It depends. Like if it's everything that's supposed to be healthy, I don't think it matters how young you are as long as you don't overdo it. But
yeah,
if it's something that's going to affect your body in a negative way in the long run, then you probably want to wait as long as you can before you start trying it.
Yeah, and like right now we're gonna have a baby, so it's like I don't want to freaking be sedated and not wake up at night.
Like it's your turn.
Yeah,
Get up,
and I'm like over here all freaking drowsy and shit.
It's already hard enough to wake you up, so.
Yeah, dude, I have a problem. Do you wake up early in the mornings or no?
Yeah, well, I used to hit the gym at 5 in the morning. It's been a while since I've done that because I was working the 2 jobs, so I was hitting it at lunch. But I got to start doing it again. But I still get up at least 7. I leave the house by 7.
Yeah, the latest I'll get up nowadays is 8 a.m. It's hard though. I feel like shit if I don't get out of bed by 7.
Well, yeah, sometimes you sleep too long and you feel worse than you would if you woke up early.
Yeah,
So.
like today I woke up at fucking 6. And I feel great right now. Hey, by the way, how's this coffee? Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good. I drank it all.
Is it? Oh, really? I haven't.
Yours is probably all cold.
It is, dude. This one tastes a little bit better than the other one. I'll tell you that.
And it's the high caffeine,
Is it
right?
stronger?
Yeah. No, it's. What would you think?
It wasn't strong. I wouldn't say it's strong.
I don't think it's strong. I think it's in that middle level between strong
Yeah.
and just sweet enough where it's not too sweet.
You definitely know when you buy the extra strength, strong shit.
Yeah.
You
Do
can
you like?
taste it. You can even taste it through your creamer sometimes.
Yeah. What do you like? Do you like dark coffee, medium coffee, light coffee?
I like a dark roast, but it don't matter. Sometimes we just buy the original.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I like medium. I feel like dark roast is too strong for me.
And also depends where I'm at. Like at work, I just drink it black.
Oh shit.
At home, I have French vanilla.
Yeah.
If I'm going somewhere like the Rocky Bean in Rigby, there you got a Huckleberry coffee that's fantastic.
God damn, that sounds delicious.
And if you like crystals and all that the shop's a crystal shop, but they sell coffee, so it's like a perfect vibe if you like that type of thing.
You believe in crystals or what?
Somewhat, but my wife does. She absolutely believes in them, so I'm optimistic about it.
Does she give you one and be like, here, carry this around for the bad
No,
vibes?
she just carries them. But she's like, you better be manifesting. I'm like, so she's kind of taught me
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more open about it.
Well, there's some truth to what some of those beliefs are. I do. I mean, I believe in manifestation. I think that what you put out there in the world is what you kind of get back.
Yeah.
And
Well, if you're not thinking you can succeed or something, or believing that you can earn what you want to earn, then you're not gonna earn it.
Right. Yeah, like if you don't believe that you're worthy enough to go, do something.
Yeah, then you're probably not going to.
Exactly.
You're gonna sit at home and with the belief that that's not possible.
Right. Now, where it gets kind of weird for me, is when they're like, I can sense a spirit around here. I'm like, okay, well, let's chill out for a little bit.
Yeah, I think
You're relax.
getting into something else there.
Yeah, but no, and also with bad vibes, I truly believe in bad vibes. I think you can sense someone's vibes.
Yeah, that's true.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, have you sensed some bad vibes around? Or
Yeah, my wife's work, like you can go there and if there's certain people there, like the vibe is off. If them people are gone, like the whole vibe's like totally different. She even has clients that come in and are like, when you're here or like these people aren't here, this place is like popping. But when they are, like everyone's angry, like got their angry face on and just not talking to each other and stuff. So the vibe thing's real. Like when people sense it, they come in and they're like, I wish it was you guys here, this team, and not that team. Cause
what does your wife do?
she works over at Sports Clips. She's
cool.
Yeah, cuts hair.
Oh shit, that's badass. Yeah, you can for sure tell a vibe, and I think you can. Like, we've never actually met before. I think I've seen you at the gym a couple times. Said hi to you.
You just asked about our trainer a few times, but we haven't actually.
We never really kind of sat down and talked like we are right now.
Did we ever work out at his house once? One time, didn't we?
I forgot.
I don't think so.
I
I think
know.
you just went up to him one time to ask him about a workout, no?
I went up to you. I've been up. I've gone up to you.
Yeah, Modify.
At Bodify,
That
but
was
I'm not
fun.
sure if I've actually worked out with you. We should hit the gym one of these days. I'd be down.
I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, I probably don't lift as heavy as you do, but
It depends on what we're doing. Like some stuff, I don't like to go heavy.
But I do a ton of sets, dude, and reps.
I've kind of been like, I've been following Sam Sulik. Have you seen him yet?
No.
He goes heavy, but like at the end, instead of like ending with a full,
Heavy.
well, like a full set, like a full contraction and everything, he'll just burn it like even half reps down to quarter reps until he can't do any more. So
Holy
I've kind of
shit.
been following him.
Sam Sulik, right?
Yeah, look him up. Like if you type his name in TikTok, you're gonna find him. He's the hottest thing right now.
So he does. Let's say 4 sets, right? Let's say he does 4 sets. He does 3 full
Well, no, he does. Everyone's like, I
Oh,
believe
shit. This guy?
Yeah,
Goddamn, that guy's big. Jesus Christ.
he's 21 years old.
Holy shit, dude. Sometimes I'm jealous of people like that because I'm like, how the fuck do you have a big old body and you're 21 years
Well,
old?
man, obviously he's on gear and stuff,
I mean,
but still, I'm
but
like,
it is, people have misconceptions about gear. If you're not competing, if you're not doing anything like that, where you're having an advantage over someone else, then go ahead and do gear. Just be safe with it.
well, they have the misconception that he's on gear, so he ain't working for it. But I mean, you still got to go in the gym, and
Of course.
you might be working even harder. Like he's definitely like watch his videos. That guy puts in work. So
Yeah.
but some it's genetics too. Like
Yeah.
you could have one guy on gear and the next guy on gear, and they're doing the same thing, but this guy looks way better. Like
Exactly.
some bodies don't react to it the same as
It's like
others
this.
do.
You healthy, right? With only TRT, let's say. You go work out, put in 3 months of work. You get shredded. And I go in and I do my workouts healthy, not TRT. I still think that your body frame will give you more muscle mass than my body frame will. So for that, I think your muscles.
You might look bigger though, because you are a little bit smaller. So you're gonna look bigger. Like to the eye, they're gonna look at us and be like, he looks like
a fucking tank.
Yeah, exactly.
He looks like a fire hydrant.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look like Joe Rogan, low key. That fool was like 5'6",
That'd be a good look.
right? But I don't think I can go bald yet. I think I should keep my hair for a little bit longer.
You should probably like keep that one.
Keep that.
That's his.
That's his look.
Leave that for him.
Yeah, dude, I think he's like him and Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
I think those two are the only ones that can pull that damn bald look, dude.
Who's the other one too? Andrew Tate's friend,
Aiden Ross, Joe Weller.
Joe Weller. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize Joe Weller had a construction company, and that's how he started his journey. You know what he does for construction? He builds. From what I know, I haven't really looked into it too much, but from what I know, he started with building shops,
Just like
like commercial shops, you know.
all right.
And sooner or later, like it just kind of expanded from there. Then he expanded to other things.
Oh yeah, he's huge right now too.
Yeah. Do you know Cam Haynes?
I don't know him.
Dude, you gotta get into Cameron Haynes, bro. That guy, you'll love that guy. If you love hunting, if you love the fucking wilderness, outdoors type of shit, fitness, bro, he's a guy. You'll love that dude.
All right.
Yeah, he's one of the best bow hunters out here. He fucking kills anything.
He's
with a
out
bow.
here?
Nah, he's in.
Oh, I was like,
He's in Oregon.
I mean, that's close enough.
Yeah, he's probably like 9 hours away from here.
All right.
So, maybe I want to go. He does this trail run, dude. That's like, I forgot how many miles it is. 20 miles, I think. But he goes up like through this trail up in a mountain, dude. And he carries like this 70-pound, 80-pound rock up there, dude. He just walks up there like a fucking badass. And he's a smaller guy, dude. He's probably like 160,
I gotcha.
5'7" maybe. And he fucking walks up there, dude, and then he runs that mountain up and down like every day, nonstop.
That's nuts.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking motivational for me.
I don't do much running, so.
I tried to do running, dude, and fucking got my knee fucked
his
up.
knee.
Yeah, dude.
By trying.
Yeah, I tried running, dude. I was more like fucking, what was it? Not skipping. What's the one in between skipping? Not skipping.
Fast walking.
Walking and running.
Jogging?
What's in between jogging and walking? What's it called?
Fast walking.
It's like a fast walk. Like I'm just,
Speed walking?
Yeah,
what's
like
it?
something like
What
that,
old
dude.
ladies do where they swing their arms?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Dude, I fucking pulled my knee. Some joint in my knee, and I'm like, I fucked up for like, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Barely. Now it's starting to feel good. I'm like, too heavy for this shit. I can't run just yet.
I don't want to run unless I have to.
What type of cardio do you do for cardio?
Right now, I don't do any.
No cardio?
I should, but where I've been going to the gym at lunch, I only got like 45 minutes.
Oh, that's a good enough amount of time, though, to get in.
So I just hit a workout, and then I'll get cardio in some, like, soon. I'll start putting it back in because I'm done doing the 2 jobs. But
What was your second job?
I worked at a beer warehouse.
Oh, gotcha. So beer warehouse and then tire.
Yeah.
The gold mines, how was that? Talk to me about that.
It was
real quick.
horrible. Pretty
Really?
much, so the driller's the only one covered. Pretty much, he's drilling and he's got 2 helper hands. One's mixing mud. Mud is what we're sending down the hole when we drill to keep it lubed.
Mm-hmm.
And then as long as, like, sometimes the ground will take because sometimes the mud returns. So as long as it returns, you don't have to sit and mix more and more and more. But sometimes the ground takes it, like soaks it in because it's so dry. It just takes, or there's gaps in the ground, so spaces where it just fills with your mud you created.
Oh, shit.
And if that happens, you're just one
In the
guy's
same
constantly creating or making more and more to keep going down the hole because it's taking it all. And then, but it doesn't matter, like snow, wind, rain. You're out there in the elements.
Holy shit.
So you'd pull a tube out, you break the tube down, pull the sample out, put the tube back together, send it back down the hole.
Oh, shit.
So in the winter, that tube's like all metal and stuff.
It's
So
frozen and
you got
shit.
gloves on, but it doesn't help,
Yeah.
You're just out there freezing.
What were you guys were mining for gold? Pure gold? Or
Pretty
what?
much gold samples. You're just pretty much taking samples. A company would come in, take your samples from you that you do daily, and then they would check to see if gold's in there, so they would know where they should mine.
Gotcha. Did you guys find any gold at some point?
They said we did. You could kind of see it in the samples, but you don't actually get to like touch it or anything. It's just small things. It ain't like what you see on like Gold Rush or anything.
It's like flakes and shit.
Yeah,
like
you don't get like a big chunk.
Would you steal one if you saw one?
It was always a thought. I'm not gonna lie. It's like I wonder how you could do this. Just don't tell them this big sample's here,
Right.
But then how do you sell it? Like, hey, where'd you get this nug?
Right. You need verification and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. Did they pay good?
Oh yeah, it was excellent pay because you're shoot, you're in overtime in like the third day.
What is it? How does you get paid by that? Like hourly, salary? What,
It was hourly.
what's the hourly rate on that starting?
What did I start? It was like 17 or 18. But
sure.
like I said, you're in overtime in the third day and you do 20 days straight. So
Yeah.
you could have checks at the end of the month that were like 7 to 8 grand.
Holy fuck. Damn. But it's a killer job though.
Well, yeah, and
It
like you want
kills
to talk
them.
about mental health, like you're up there. If you got family and you're up there 20 days straight, that's all you think about at night and stuff. Like,
Yeah. I could have been with my kids right now.
yeah, all day
My
too.
wife.
Like you're at work, and that's all you're thinking about. So,
Would you do it again?
nah, I don't know if I would. Like I got laid off and they called back, and I
Yeah.
actually told them no.
Yeah.
Just
I just
'cause-
sometimes it's not worth it, right?
Yeah, like the money's great, but it's like I also want to do things too. Like, cause the
Yeah.
10 days, like you got 10 days off, but them 10 days people don't realize they fly by. The 20
Right.
days take forever. The 10 days are like gone.
Yeah.
Because it's
quick.
one day driving back, one day driving there, so you're technically 8 days,
Right. Yeah.
and they just fly by.
That's insane. Is there any accidents that happen? Like people dying? Or
Yeah,
shit?
people died.
Oh shit.
I forget how many. Like they have like it's like an average every year. Like people die every year up there.
Yeah.
While we were up there, so the dump trucks up there, they're like giant. They're the big ones you see in videos, like huge. Like you're looking like way up here at them.
The big old yellow ones.
Yeah, so they have all these rules about how you're supposed to park and honk, and when you're backing up, how you're supposed to let them all know. Well, there was a whole van that didn't let them know.
Oh shit! Ran over some people.
Ran over because they don't see. They can't see up there.
Right. I mean, it's not like a little fucking mirror's gonna.
Yeah, and then you have like crossroads. There's all these rules you're supposed to follow because like when they're on the roads, they just can't see you. They're way up there. So
Yeah.
there's a bunch of rules, but there's deaths that happen just like anything.
Right. I wonder what type of license you need to drive one of those big old trucks. I don't think it's a CDL, right?
It would have to be a special CDL
Something.
class, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
they can't drive them off. They have haul roads designated for that truck, but they can't just drive them on normal roads. So I don't know. Maybe it's just like a mining class that you have to do and get your license through them because you don't take them out on.
Just on the regular street.
No.
Do you have to get like a certification to go to a job like that? Or is it
Yeah,
just
you
like,
got to do a mining class, get license, and then each year you have to redo that. You got to know all the safety and stuff and just what not to do while you're up there because it's easy for someone to get hurt. One mistake, you can get hurt. So.
Right. Yeah. If you don't know how to put the fucking mud in the hole, then.
Well, yeah, even driving, like when you're driving your rig truck, because sometimes you have to go down to the yard and come back up, or you have to make the mud, you got to have water. And if you're on a night or a day where you're mixing all day, you fill that water truck like 3 times.
Oh shit.
So someone's always driving down to the water hole to fill that up and drive back up. So you got to know what precautions to take on the roads and know all that, so you're not hurting other people.
Yeah.
Doing all that stuff.
I guess if you're like a young kid right out of high school and need some money, you know.
Well, and some people love it. Like they go up there, they become the driller, and it's just a lifestyle that they're used to, and they love it. Like they can do it all day. Some people it's not for them.
Yeah, I don't think it would be for me either. I mean, I'd be like, fuck this. 20 days out of my day, and you're working all day. That's like your life.
Yeah.
You know, I think I probably would do it for like, if I was single, 21, I'd probably do it for, how long does a season go for? Is it all year?
It's all year. You just just kind of move. Like if they get a job in Alaska, you go to Alaska. Like.
Oh shit. Okay, maybe not Alaska, but in Vegas, I'd probably do it. Probably 6 months out of the year and get my, I don't know, 30, 40 grand or some shit. Oh, but then I have to pay taxes. Fuck.
Yeah.
That sucks. That's the part that sucks.
I mean, young kids coming out of high school, if that's what their first job they're used to, I'm like, I can see how they would end up liking it and just doing it. Cause
I mean, you can make 50 grand in 6 months, let's say, or whatever. Come back and, let's say you live off 30 grand for the rest of the year, and then the other 20 you can invest it or some shit like that. something.
You could do something like that.
Yeah, and then just get a regular job afterwards.
Yeah.
That's smart, right? Shit.
Walmart job.
Yeah, dude, fucking Walmart has good benefits though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's insane, bro. What's our time?
An hour 14.
Dang, we're at an hour 14 in, brother. How you feel?
Not bad.
Not bad. Yeah, dude, it's interesting. So, how now? What's your goal with fitness? Where do you want to go with it? Where are you at right now?
Right now, I'm just maintaining, but like the more I'm freaking messing around on TikTok, I'm like, I really want to look like this guy or that guy, you know? Which they're on like gear and stuff. So it's like, but do I want to do all that?
Right.
Because that gets expensive on its own, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
That your vitamins you gotta take, and then the food they gotta eat, like 5,000 calories.
Holy shit.
5,200 a day or something. It's like all that adds up.
Damn. How many calories do you think you eat?
It depends. Like sometimes I down like 8 donuts. So like it just depends on the day. I'm not tracking it, but sometimes I get carried away, you know.
Probably 2,500 a day or what?
At least I probably some days 3,500. Just because like where I work, sometimes they bring in food and it's like you just eat it. So
Yeah.
it just depends. And then some days, like I said, I'll just fast the whole day. Like so none.
Yeah. Oh.
So
I probably eat 1,500.
that's low.
Yeah, dude. My app tells me, hey, you're gonna have health issues if you don't eat more than a certain amount. And I'm like, hey, I fucking
Your app's like, you're starving, dude.
yeah. And it's like 11 p.m. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to eat right now.
Yeah, I can't go eat right now.
Yeah. No, but so right now you're just kind of maintaining.
Yeah.
You're messing with TikTok a little bit. I know you have a pretty good following there. How did that come about?
Just goofing off. And it was actually when I got my following when I was single. So I posted some like thirst trap videos kind of. And that's how I got my following. But now I just kind of
chill.
Some of it's gym stuff. Some of it's just whatever I'm doing at work. It's kind of all over the place. I'm not set on one niche, you might say, but niche or whatever they call it. But
yeah.
It's just all over the place. But
yeah, that's cool. I mean, I haven't really messed with TikTok myself, but maybe I should, huh?
well, yeah, the podcast clips on TikTok are all over they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Like every other video is like you got your Bradley Martin podcast, you got your Steiny, you got everything. This new girl that's I forget her name, but she's like interviewing like Drake and all them guys.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
In the bed and stuff, like all weird.
Yeah.
Like hers is blowing up huge, so.
I mean, huge.
Huge.
And I'm like, well,
but
when you have
it's
it, you
intriguing though, because
Yeah.
she's kind of a weird about it, but it's like an intriguing weird where she asks them the questions and does her facial expressions, like she just has.
She's a little weird though. I've seen her little clips. I'm like, yeah, you're a little weirdo.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's true or fake. I can't tell.
Well, some of it's weird questions, like the one she asked, I forget who it was, but she's like, would you would you date someone that looks exactly like me and acts like me? And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like my twin. I have a twin. Like, is she your type? It's like, just say, am I your type?
Right.
But it's the way she does it, and that's how she gets her. And she's obviously interviewing like
big people,
so that helps.
A ton. I mean, if you're interviewing Drake, I mean, come on now.
But I was watching one where she says she doesn't have any money yet. They're like, she's like, I paid my plane to get here, and then with credit cards and stuff. And they're like, are you serious? And like, no one does that. Like, someone should be paying for that.
I think there's some little gimmicky stuff in there, you know, for sure. I mean,
they're like, wasn't you on the Today Show or something? She's like, yeah. It's like, there's no way they didn't pay for that. But
right.
She says they didn't. But
and there's no way dude, I mean, if you're interviewing Drake,
yeah,
right, you're gonna, a girl who fucking threw her bra at Drake got a Playboy, like a Playboy contract to go and, you know, do stuff for them. And
she's like, so what's the amount of money you just give a person? He's like, oh, maybe like 40K. And she's like, so can I have 40K? Like,
yeah.
So it's like, is that real? Like, did he just hand her 40K when he left, you know?
Right.
Stuff
I don't
like
know.
that.
Shit, I'm waiting on my sponsors. I hope this coffee sponsors me one day. That'd be awesome. A free product, dude. One day. You probably get Folgers, though.
Yeah, I just drink Folgers. I don't need them sponsoring me. That'd be weird.
Imagine if Folgers did sponsor you though.
Are they the one that in the old commercials the guy was like at the window or something? The old
I don't know.
I forget what it was. I mean, if Folgers wanted to sponsor someone, sure, why not?
Yeah, I take it. I'll take Folgers sponsorship too. I don't know, but I want this. There's like certain sponsorships that I want. You know, obviously right now it's like we're growing still and whatnot, but in the near future, there's like 3 companies I'm like I really want them to sponsor me. You know, I don't really care about the bigger companies like fucking. I don't know who's like a big company that sponsors people.
I don't know in the podcast game because I don't know how it works, but
There's big. I don't know, but there's like 3 that I'm like, yeah, sponsor me.
this one would be good. They should. It wouldn't hurt them any. It's like you're getting your name out there off views from kind of a place that maybe might not see your stuff anyways.
Right. Yeah.
Like these local people that are gonna see your stuff, they
Yeah.
might not be seeing it, that sponsor or this company as much
Yep.
on videos because it ain't local. They're not seeing it like that. So if they ain't watching the stuff from other stuff, then they might not see this name.
Yeah.
So you can get their name out there in maybe places that it hasn't been yet.
Yeah. Get in those pockets.
Quite as much, yeah.
Yeah. I you know, I think with sponsorships, it's just a matter of time, you know, and like you know this, and this goes back to the point I made in the beginning, where anything that you do, it's gonna take years, you know.
Well, yeah, you just can't give up because
Yeah.
one podcast might blow up, and that one is going to be the one they look at and be like, "Hey,
Exactly.
this is going to be advertised dollars right here."
Yeah. Like one episode can make you explode,
Exactly.
and so you just don't know what episode, right?
Yeah, and that's why you do them.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then once that one explodes, people might go back and watch every
Every
one you've done. So
Yep.
could blow everything up.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried about it, you know. I just keep on having guests that I find interesting and intriguing, like yourself.
Yeah, and just have fun with it.
Hell yeah, dude. We talked about a bunch of stuff today. I don't even really know what where we were heading with the whole conversation, but it was fun.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I like to have these kind of conversations because it's just like chill, relax, and it's like
It's just, yeah, it's free speak. So
yeah. And what better than just having it with someone who's like understanding what you're saying, you know?
yeah,
Like you understand the gym stuff and the mindset it takes to fucking get in
to
there
keep doing it.
and yeah,
Stay doing it.
That's the hardest part. Stay doing it.
I think if you've liked like where I got shredded once, like I've seen that, so I like that I can do that again at any time, and that keeps me motivated or too disciplined too, because it's like, which way do you want to go? Do you want to go back to this photo up here that you seen in the beginning, or do you want to go? You want to stay somewhat like this where you went?
Exactly.
And it's always going to be that choice because it's healthier, it looks better. It's like, that's a big thing too. People were like, in the beginning, they were like, I would have liked you as the way you were, like fat. And it's like, no, because when I was that way,
Yeah.
like no one liked me like that.
Weird, right?
They say it, but it's like, no, you wouldn't have. Because like you wouldn't have talked to me if I didn't look like this now.
Exactly.
And I know that for a fact because I was that. So
Exactly. And that happens with anything too. You do something in life. Let's say you open a business, it's going pretty well. You have people coming around and like, hey, what's up? And they try to be buddies. But then when you were fucking dead broke and
there wasn't nowhere to be found.
There was no friends around.
That's how it goes.
Some bullshit, people. God damn it. Hey, what's your advice to end off the podcast, bro? What's your advice to some people that want to get into the gym or are in the gym and going through it?
Discipline. Like, don't give up because you don't see results immediately.
Yep.
It takes time. You just got to stay disciplined. And even on them bad days, like where you don't want to go, those are the best days to go.
Exactly.
You don't always need motivation. Like, motivation's something, but you don't always need it. Discipline's what you need because, like, the motivation ain't going to be there every day.
Right.
Some days you just got to tell yourself you're going to the gym. And when you get in there, you're going to realize that, hey, I'm glad I came. Like, this feels good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no better way to say it than what you just said, bro.
Yeah.
So, appreciate you coming. Had a lot of fun, dude.
Appreciate you having me.
This was fun. We should do it again
I agree.
sometime. and talk more about fucking Kellogg's.
Kellogg's. We'll talk about Bradley Martin wanting to fight everyone.
Yeah, that's insane, right? We'll talk about that. But yeah, guys, go check us out on Instagram. Follow us there, the OAP official, Brandon A. Lara, Jackie with 3 ACKAE. What's your Instagram?
Oh, crap.
I think something Bear Fitness, right?
You can't be putting me on the spot like that.
Don't worry, we'll put it in the link.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's right here.
B49er_fit.
There you go. B49er_fit, guys. Go give us a what's it called? Go hit the sub button, the subscribe button on YouTube, right? Once a Project Podcast, Apple, Spotify, and other platforms. We're under Once a Project Podcast. And yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you again, Buddy. And
No problem. Thank you for having me.
yeah, guys, have a great day. Love you all. Take care.